Is it started? Hello, and welcome back to another episode of a normal visual novel.
I would like to apologize to the.
What? Oh.
Okay, headphone warning.
Headphone warning, bad word warning.
No, I couldn't do the voice.
This is the warning.
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rims of her teacups with her fingers.
I'm using my glass. My favorites are usually novels that build deep in complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about what she's reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things, except for Natsuki. Stories go with deep psychological elements. Oh my god. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well.
Oh, and this is for me of the future. Hello, me of the future. This is the first episode of Spring Break recording. I swear to God, if there's not 30 videos by the end of this, I'm going to get you.
Also, you're bad though.
To future me.
Okay, you carry on. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you off for a loop?
Hi.
Like how a goddamn movie could do on a cliffhanger. Fuck you. Might be a curse warning, right? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. My life is a whole.
I read a horror book once. It was called Goosebumps. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the
Actually
middle.
scary.
I read HP.
Yeah, okay, I knew that. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been having a conversation with a rock.
All hail the Dark Lord Kazoo.
Wait, Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I wouldn't have expected that to you.
Yuri.
For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you can say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down, because I hate my world. Such a surreal horror is often successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror! Oh, why is that? Well, I just...
Was this in the original game?
Yes.
Yeah, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
I'll show you guys how to do this.
That's right, you usually like to write about...
Talking.
Wait, give me a second.
Be all the way up. There we go.
Why?
Because I can't hear him over you. Look on this. Look on this. You see how he's right there? Look at where you are.
God, why?
Because I can barely hear you guys for some reason again.
Is this good?
No, stand back where you were. You're fine.
Is this alright?
Is this alright? Is this fine?
After you mute both of us.
That's why.
Okay, click on.
Oh, we already read that.
Yes.
What? What gives you that idea?
Wait, I have an idea.
What?
Let's read Monica at the same time.
No, that's gonna sound like a jarbled mess.
Jarbled.
Okay.
Okay, you left a piece of scrap here in the last club meeting.
It
It
looks
looked like you were working on a phone call. Don't you say it out loud!
Ow.
Then get that back!
Wow.
Fine. I hate this. I need to stop.
You're coming.
Oh my god!
Everything is you do is just as cute
Cute as you are.
I'm a 30-year smoker.
This is what I thought
Sayori
it
puts
was.
up siddles. I forgot that was a word. It is siddles. It's like when you're on like a beam up against a wall and you're like just like scooching forward or to the side very very slowly.
Yeah.
This word was in the Wind Waker. That's how I know it. Um, Sayori siddles up behind Natsuki and puts her head on his shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems? I don't. This isn't my voice. That's a narrator's voice.
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I don't. Nope, keeping it there. I don't. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You
You
wouldn't
wouldn't like them.
like them.
Stop it! Ah, not a very confident writer yet.
I'm just doing what you do to me.
No, you asked for it. You said
You
let's do.
asked for it.
You. No, you said let's
Fight me.
let's talk together. I said no. It would sound like a drama message. You said exactly. So put it in. I understand how Natsuki feels.
Ew. I thought I left clicked.
Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Yes, I burped.
Confidence.
The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, like cutting yourself, but exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
But you still can't kill yourself.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri?
Maybe.
Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
I feel like I know whose mannerisms you're copying. I know exactly whose mannerisms you're copying. I know you're copying. You're copying the mannerisms of a person we know.
I don't know who you're talking about.
You know exactly who I'm talking about, and I'm pretty sure Jade knows too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I actually have no idea what you're talking about.
What? He's copying the way that AJ talks. Was that what you were going for?
No, not at all, but it totally makes sense.
It sounds like it. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own.
See, don't you hear it now?
I hear it now! Oh my god!
But next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other.
It makes me want to slap Monica. Oh my god.
That way, everyone is even.
Oh my god! And
Yeah, let's do it. Plus, oh, sorry, wrong voice. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get along and strengthen the bond of the club.
I'm going to choke.
Isn't that right, me?
Oh my god!
Monica smiles at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What is it?
Now that they're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind this entire time. I never said I would join the club. This is a really good point. Sorry, may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought.
Oh, look at the way Natsuki's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Oh, fuck, I'll stare at me with dejected eyes.
Sayori's face. You want to let her down?
Yes.
Face. She's gonna
Look at Yuri's face. She's happy.
But
I'm sorry. I thought.
look how sad they are. Nico, you've let them all down.
You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How
Damn
am I
right you
supposed to make
are.
a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day.
Okay.
Right. Okay, I've decided it then. I'll join the literature club.
Yay!
So, it says one by one the girls' eyes light up, but they all went up at the same time.
Yes! I'm so happy!
Sori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey.
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. That makes it official.
That's Monica.
Welcome to the literature club.
You were reading in Natsuki's voice, and then you realized, thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. On a good note, everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks at me once more.
Me, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Oh no, let me do the AJ.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, me, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
Yay. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders around back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica, the evil lord of the Sith. Well, I'd really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club, and perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure the good fortune will find me, and I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So, look at it!
Where's Monica?
Okay, we gotta actually do this. We've gotta actually do good words, because if we don't get Yuri, I'm going to be super mad.
Well, it's gonna be Vertigo, obviously.
Okay. Jesus, her eyes.
Disoriented. Crimson. 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 What? Now we're gonna have Monica.
I
write
just
mine down.
understood. I just understood. I forgot about that.
Oh, God damn
It's
it.
words.
No.
It's words like the hacking words and such.
Oh.
They're gonna be her. Like leadership is her. Of course she's extraordinary. Monica.
Do you want to?
Monica. No,
Don't-
we're not saving. Headphones. I just want to know, but I feel like I'm way too close to getting her. Incongruent. Contamination.
Determination. 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 God damn it! This is just. God damn it, Monica.
Infallible.
There we go.
Faith. It doesn't matter. As long as I'm not after image. Uncontrollable. Squid?
That's Monica! Remember Monica! Or maybe that's it.
Oh, that's right.
Hi again, May. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Ha ha ha.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. The last time, I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, me. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment to you. Making you drive headfirst into Electricom when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Neat. And last year too. And I don't know if you plan to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Can I, like, type here? Okay.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and history textbook.
History textbook is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Me always gives it his best. What am I doing? He helps me with busyware without me even asking. Cook, cooking, clean my room, helping me not be depressed. How dependable.
Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and me could become friends
You
too.
and me and that one guy without a name. Sorry.
Sorry. Oh. I'm totally oblivious.
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Well, wait, Sayori.
And me?
Not really. Yes, really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sorry, made it sound like a big deal when it really isn't. What do I do? Kill me. I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It makes me happier no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into a bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'd like despite me not reading much. Yuri! Thank you, I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. But I turn British.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, Sarah and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Is it that corner, or that corner, or that corner, or that corner?
Oh, Jesus.
Yuri's face is already buried in the book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I feel bad distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of a book. It looks the same as the one that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at it. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, seeing as I made her uncomfortable.
Sensing.
It doesn't matter, it still works in this situation.
Oh. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book?
Well, I stopped by the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, it just happened to buy two of them. It was all going free.
Buy one, get one free on the portrait of Markov.
All going free.
I see.
Yeah.
There's something fairly obvious here that you're not telling me, but I decided to let it go.
It was all going free. That's all you had to know.
I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. How the fuck is that relatable?
Because she was obviously part of it. Obviously. Is that so?
Hey, that's just a theory.
What is it about anyways?
Well...
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled The Portrait of Markov. It's an ominous looking eye sipping on the front cover. Good job.
Alright. Oh, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away.
What did I miss?
Basically,
The cool poem game that had different words.
Oh.
Like a
Basically,
lot of
it's about
different words.
Basically, it's about this girl in high school who wants to move with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from human experiment prisons.
Wait, was this the first? I thought this was the second description of it.
And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came out from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Let me clean my glasses. Are you not a fan of this sort of thing, me?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot. Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just those kind of stories. I challenge you to look from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out of to be a naive one for the letting to be one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plan. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything, even though you've ruined the point of the story.
Well, I guess it's alright then.
Good, Yuri.
But I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. When I let things like books or writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. I'm a literature club after all.
You're a literature
I am a literature club.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading, right?
You don't have to.
How, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had placed into my bag. I can't do that voice. I quickly retrieved the book that I had placed into my bag. Alright, is it fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little abrasive.
Apprehensive? That's... I'm sorry.
It still works in the situation!
No. It's not that. I don't... It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if
Turn
I
on
end
the
up
computer.
distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri meant about reading in company, as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feel is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eyes. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. It was just...
Yuri, you don't need to apologize a lot, don't you? You really do apologize a lot, don't you?
I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean,
Well, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book once more between the two of us.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes it a bit difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger.
Do you spell literature?
Literature is spelled Literature.
Thank you.
Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That's way when I turn the page, Yuri slides it underneath the thumb after it flips on her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It is as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Eh?
Turn the page.
Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. Oh god, her eye. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I turned it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange, my thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to the side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri! This seems like a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things she says and does. Like, she's afraid she's doing something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they kind of reminiscent of something of your mannerisms.
I see. Stop it.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But me.
Hey,
Stop it. That's probably
bored.
a terrible thing you have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait, I don't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know how you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I'm more meant that it's kind of cute.
Uh, oh, cutting all of a sudden? Lorenzo.
Huh?
Lorenzo.
Okay, everyone.
Oh my god. Huh?
I think it's about time we share today's.
This is amazing.
We might not have enough time if we wait.
Why are you cutting off? Ah.
Your exhale sparing from finishing her thoughts.
Ah.
Alright, you're right. You're like kinda down. I'm sorry to Christopher Walken. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases a hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have much preference, too much of preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. Before to more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright, I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it into my bag. Just do it.
Lorenzo. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find my inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now everyone's ready. Why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sarah's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose, torn paper from a sterile notebook. On the other hand, in a composition notebook, I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Harry and Netsuki reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. That's the end of today's episode. Anyone have closing thoughts?
What the heck?
This can only go well from here. And goodbye.